A huge passion of mine is cooking, and so today I'm going to be making one of my favorite Asian dishes called Fawm Kauv. First, I start off with rinsing off my meat. I'm using pork, but you could use chicken, beef, or anything that you'd prefer. And then I go on to cut any extra pieces of fat or skin that I do not want to eat on the meat. Next, I am going to chop up my meat and make it as ground pork. And y'all, I'm not even gonna lie, this meat took me like 2 hours to chop up. I had to stop the night before and continue the next day because the knife was so bad and the cutting board was so loud. Anyways, we are now moving on to our greens. I am using 4 bundles of green onions. I am then cutting up the ends of the green onions and rinsing them thoroughly. Afterwards, I chop them up into thin slices. Once I'm done prepping, I then cook my meat first. I am using a little bit of vegetable oil. Oops, that's a little too much. I then wait until my oil is hot before I add in my meat. I continue to mix the meat until it turns brown and there's no more pink left. To season my meat, I use salt and chicken bouillon. Then I give it a good mix before adding in my green onions. And then I mix and mix and mix and mix until it is all combined. You also want to taste test this to see if it's to your liking. If not, you can add in more flavoring. And this is how it should look like. Next, onto the batter, you need 1 pack of this flour. And then add 8 cups of water and 2 teaspoons of oil. And then you mix, and that's it for the batter. And the most repetitive and time-consuming step is having to pour the batter onto a pan, putting a lid on top of the pan, letting it sit for a couple of seconds, and then flipping it onto a flat surface where you could roll it. This recipe usually takes around 2 to 3 hours to complete, but it tastes so good, which is so worth it. And after you are done, it should look something like this. I love eating this with pepper, so here's how mine looks like. And if you thought I loved cooking, I only love cooking because I love eating more. Thank you for watching. Yum!